Let me share a truth that most people won't tell you. Winning a woman's heart isn't about being wealthy, attractive, or even highly intelligent. The key is mastering yourself first. And here's the reality, most men fail at this. Forget the usual dating advice, it's not about flashy gifts or looking like a model. What truly captivates a woman is your emotional stability, your ability to remain composed, grounded, and unwavering. Trust me, if you don't develop this, no amount of charm, clever lines, or so-called confidence tricks will work. In fact, they'll likely do more harm than good. If you've ever felt invisible, rejected, or sidelined by women, it's because they sense something you're overlooking, a lack of self-control. That's why they lose interest. But here's the upside, by applying a few core Stoic principles, you'll naturally draw her in without even trying. This isn't another generic dating tip, it's the real blueprint for creating attraction. And it all starts with you, your mindset, your emotions, and the way you present yourself to the world. Ready to finally change the game? Let's get started. The reality. Here's the truth, most men have been misled about what truly draws women in. Society has convinced you that the key to attraction is constantly pursuing women, showering them with gifts and compliments, or worse, pretending to be someone you're not. Then you're left wondering why she pulls away, ignores your messages, or why things never seem to work out. Let's cut to the chase, you've been doing it all wrong. You've been conditioned to see dating as a competition where the goal is to win her over. But the reality is, the harder you try to win her, the more you lose yourself. And women pick up on that instantly. They can sense when you're putting on a facade, and the more you try to impress them, the less interested they become. It's time to stop chasing and start naturally drawing women in. And the only way to do that is by taking control of yourself. Let me ask you this, when was the last time you felt completely in charge of your emotions, thoughts, and actions? If you're like most men, you're constantly reacting to her moods, her words, her tests. But what if I told you that the real secret to capturing and keeping her attention is mastering your own inner world? Becoming emotionally unshakable is what truly makes you stand out. This isn't some trick or quick fix. It's a timeless principle that has guided powerful men for centuries, Stoicism. Why Stoicism? You might be wondering, what does an ancient philosophy have to do with dating? The answer: everything. Stoicism isn't about shutting down your emotions or becoming cold and distant. It's about gaining control over them. The moment you stop reacting impulsively, when you can remain calm and composed regardless of the situation, that's when you truly catch her attention. Not because you're the loudest guy in the room, constantly cracking jokes or trying to impress her, but because you exude quiet confidence, someone who knows his worth and doesn't rely on external validation. Now, picture yourself walking into any interaction, whether it's a casual first meeting or a deep relationship, carrying an effortless sense of control. While other men are scrambling for words, trying too hard to be funny or flashy, you remain steady and present. You're not there to win approval, you're simply existing in your natural, self-assured state. That's what sets you apart. That's the kind of presence that leaves a lasting impression. Here's a truth that most people overlook: women aren't drawn to men who chase them, they're drawn to men who pull them in effortlessly. It's about evolving into the kind of man who naturally attracts. Not through rehearsed lines or forced gestures, but through presence, confidence, and inner strength. Once you understand this, everything shifts. You'll stop second-guessing yourself, stop worrying about impressing her, and instead, you'll become the one she pursues. And the best part? It's not complicated. When you internalize these Stoic principles and apply them, your entire life improves, your relationships, your career, even the way you perceive the world. So, if you're ready to become the kind of man who turns heads without even trying, let's dive in. Words that connect deeply. Now that you understand the power of Stoicism, let's clear up one of the biggest misconceptions about attraction: words. A lot of men think they need to be quick-witted or have the perfect one-liner to catch a woman's attention. But here's the truth: attraction isn't about being the funniest guy in the room. It's about communicating in a way that resonates with her on a deeper level. Let's break it down. Use her name. It may seem like a small thing, but using her name in conversation is incredibly powerful. It activates something in her subconscious, making her feel acknowledged, special, and valued. But weaving it into meaningful moments, like when you're giving her a sincere compliment, makes her feel like she's the only person that matters in that moment. Give unique compliments. Most guys default to praising a woman's looks because it's easy. But if you really want to stand out, compliment something deeper: her intellect, her perspective, her ambition. When she shares a story about something she loves, don't just nod along, engage with it. Say something like, "I love how passionate you are about this. It's refreshing to meet someone who thinks so deeply." This isn't just flattery, it's recognition. And that's what she truly craves. A simple, heartfelt thank you goes a long way. But don't just say it, mean it. In a world where many men take women for granted, genuine gratitude makes you stand out. Stop over-apologizing. Here's a mistake I see all the time: men constantly apologizing for things they didn't even do wrong just to avoid tension. But let me be clear. Eye contact is crucial, but balance is key. Don't avoid it out of shyness, but don't overdo it to the point of making her uncomfortable. A steady, natural gaze for a few seconds at a time shows that you're engaged and present. When done right, it builds a powerful connection. Move with intention. Think about the last time you walked into a room. Were you rushing, head down, scanning nervously? Many men do this unconsciously, but it sends the wrong message. Moving too fast or appearing unsure suggests a lack of confidence. A man grounded in Stoicism moves with purpose. Every step is deliberate, steady, and controlled. You don't rush because you're secure in yourself and where you're going. Women notice this. The way you carry yourself speaks volumes, and when you move with certainty, it radiates strength and assurance. The power of small gestures. Forget the notion that grand romantic gestures are the key to attraction. The truth is, it's the small, thoughtful actions that make the biggest impact. And no, this isn't about flowers or expensive gifts, it's about proving that you genuinely listen and pay attention. Maybe she mentioned her favorite author in passing. Surprise her with a book by them. Or perhaps she shared a personal challenge she's facing. Check in and show that you remember. These little moments communicate that you see her, that you care, and that you're engaged on a deeper level. Be present. Not a performer. A common mistake men make is feeling like they need to entertain women constantly, cracking jokes, telling endless stories, or being the loudest in the room. But here's the truth. Women aren't looking for a performer, they want someone who actually listens. Instead of trying to be the center of attention, be the man who is fully present in the moment. Listen more than you speak. Show genuine interest in what she's saying. That quiet confidence. It's far more attractive than trying too hard to be the funny guy. Applying Stoicism in modern relationships. Let's talk about handling situations when things don't go your way, because, let's be real, they won't always go as planned. Maybe your date isn't unfolding as smoothly as you expected, or she's becoming distant, and you're unsure why. Most men would panic in these moments. But not you. You're grounded in Stoicism. You don't let external events shake your inner peace. Scenario 1, the date isn't going well. Maybe the conversation feels forced, or the restaurant messed up your order. She naturally feels more relaxed around you. Scenario 2, she starts pulling away. This is where most men make mistakes. The moment a woman starts to withdraw, the typical reaction is to panic, texting more, calling more, trying to fix whatever went wrong. But here's the truth, that kind of behavior only pushes her further away. He communicates something powerful, he doesn't need her attention to feel secure. That's when the dynamic shifts. She realizes you're different from other men, confident, self-assured, and not desperate for validation. And paradoxically, that's what makes her want you more. It might seem counterintuitive, but it's incredibly effective. Women are drawn to men who are whole on their own. When you demonstrate that you're not afraid to lose her, that your confidence isn't dependent on her presence, you flip the script. Suddenly, she's the one pursuing you. Stay true to yourself. At the core of it all, none of this matters if you're not being authentic. You've probably heard that advice before. But let's break it down in a way that actually resonates. Being true to yourself doesn't mean staying stagnant or refusing to grow. It's not about making excuses or settling for less. It means fully embracing who you are, flaws and strengths alike, and showing up as that person in every part of your life. Stop trying to mold yourself into what you think she wants. Instead, focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and trust that the right woman will naturally be drawn to that. When you master yourself, you stop chasing approval. You stop seeking validation. Instead, you move through life with purpose, confidence, and an unshakable sense of self. And when that happens, women start coming to you, not because of what you say, not because of any calculated move, but because of the presence you carry. The final lesson. So here's the key takeaway: stop chasing. Stop overanalyzing. Stop playing into the game. Instead, build yourself into a man who effortlessly attracts everything he desires, because he's in control of himself first. Be the steady force, the one who remains calm when everything else is chaotic, and watch as your relationships, career, and entire life transform. You now hold the blueprint to unlocking real attraction. It's not about gimmicks or rehearsed lines. It's about mastering yourself. Apply what you've learned, put it into action, and see how everything changes. And if you're ready to take things even further, subscribe now. Let's keep building the kind of life and relationships you truly deserve.